Good morning, people. So I'm doing the voiceover for my video that didn't get the microphone. So I'm showing you what I got here. See, little walnuts, currants, not walnut, almonds, sliced almond, my flour is ready to go, my cocoa powder over there, and then my sugar. So this is my little bit big sugar, it's organic. This is my cocoa powder. The cocoa is actually really good stuff that I got from Cho. It's local. It's in Berkeley. They are in San Francisco as well. Beautiful chocolate. Okay, really high quality. This is what I like. So we're going to start mixing our dries. So in baking, there's a lot of time you're going to see the dry in one thing and the wet. So we're going to do the dry first. My flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, the sugar, and salt. Do not forget the salt. Very, very, very important. And then mix, mix, mix. Woo! Mix well. Because we're going to put our the nuts and the dried fruits right now. The currants. I love currants. I don't like raisins too much. And see, for the walnuts, I'm going to crack them a little bit. Let's crack all this stuff. Oops. Come back here. Anyway. Now we're going to change tool because my whisk is not going to fit in there. It's going to be too clumpy. So I'm going to use a spatula and you're going to see why in a minute. So this is going. Okay. Now on the other hand, I'm going to put my melted butter, which is not too hot. Not too hot. And I'm going to show you how to put it into the egg so you don't burn the egg. It's called tempering. So let's get those eggs first. Crack the eggs on a flat surface. Crack all of them. Okay. Then you're going to put some olive oil, your whatever, 2 tablespoons up. And vanilla. I put a little more vanilla because I really like the vanilla. I think it's really good. My almond extract. Don't put too much of that. It's really strong. So let's keep it. Put that in. And then we're going to whisk like hell. Literally. Go in there. Whisk. Whisk. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Do it, do it. Stop looking at the recipe. I'm checking the recipe again because I want to make sure I don't mess up again. All right. So whisk. Boom. Go, 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 go. Keep going, keep going. Now you see, I'm putting my butter. If that butter was warm or hot, that would be tempering. So I'm showing you the tempering, even though I don't need it. I just want to make sure in case that happens. So now it's really, really whisk really hard. I want to keep a little water in there, and that's it. And then you dump that whole thing into your flour mixed. Then we're gonna get all the goodies, all of it. Yes, like that. And then that's it. And then we're gonna take the other side, which is basically that part. Whatever that's called, the stem. Le manche. C'est le manche de la spatule. En anglais, something. And you're going to go in there until there's no more dry spots. So you can see I'm going into completely dry. Then I'm going to work on my table because it's going to be much easier. And that's going to be the tricky part right here. You see, it has to be squeezed up. Look, if I can hold it together, I can form my lugs. So if that doesn't happen, that means you need a little more liquid, maybe a little more fat, one more egg, whatever. You have to go until you can actually clump it together. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And you see there's still a little flour here you can see on the top. So, yeah. So now all you need to do is put it really strong. Don't fold. Keep packing. That's going to take a little while. I wanted to leave the video on because you have to see how it's done. This is kind of the tricky part here. So I want to make sure that go and you flat. We're going to keep going like that for a few minutes until it's completely flat. One size. I don't really care about the length or the width, but the height. The height has to be the same for the 2 logs so they cook evenly. That's all. It's pretty simple. And you see I'm pushing really hard on both sides, pushing on the top. At some point I can feel the butter coming out and the egg. So that's good. No problem. If it gets really wet and drainy, which it won't happen, you can go back in the fridge for a little bit. But it's fine. It's not too warm today, so it's going to be fine. So I'm going to do that for both of the logs. And that's it. And then we're going to put them really on the baking sheet. And you're going to see what's happening right now. I'm gonna keep. I leave the video on. This is kind of the tricky part. I want you to see what's happening here. I didn't want to cut too much of it because I want you to see the height. I'm inspecting the bottom to see if it's not too dry. So I'm gonna keep pounding this thing because the more dense, the less they're gonna break later when I'm gonna cut it for the second time. You're gonna see what's happening. So right now, nothing crazy. I'm just gonna keep packing it. Keep packing it. It cannot open or break. And you see when I'm gonna start, you see, those are gonna be cut like this. So I'm packing it with my bench scraper. That's a very useful tool. That's gonna be really cool. Look at that. See, lot of time on that. I don't want to cut any of that. See, up it breaks. So I have to put it back together. This is why I left the video actually on. I know it's kind of boring, but you need to see how you do that because it's kind of an easy recipe, but if it breaks, it breaks, and it won't look good. It's gonna be great flavors. It won't look good. That's all. All right, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Same. This one works perfect. All right, let's get to the next one. Yes, this one is well done as well. Capture all the little things. This is all good stuff. Put it in. Pack it in, pack it in, pack it in. That's right. Look at that. Woo! Yes. Yeah, lots of. That's why you see the pastry chef, they have big arm here, the forearm, because they go really hard. My friend that are pastry chef, that part is like, woo! It's like a leg. They're so big. All right, look at that. So cool. Now I can see it's firm. Pack it again. You need to do that really correctly. And so see, it holds together. Beautiful. Perfect. Now I'm going to do a little cleanup so I don't ruin my tray under. I don't burn stuff under the tray and then it burns in the oven. I'm going to re-verify that it's all together so it doesn't break. So on the tray with the parchment paper, I'm going to repack it to make sure that it stays well. I like to do that. You have to do that if you want to, and those are going to be about this big, yeah. 1 inch, not that big. Now, all I need to do at this point is my egg wash, the whole egg. Put a bunch, lot, and then remove, brush it out. So you're going to see what I do. I put a bunch, be pretty generous, right? And then you're going to brush it out. You're just going to paint on top without it. Okay, boom. See, put a bunch, and then we're going to remove it. Not remove, we're just going to brush it out. See, brush, 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 brush. You don't want to see any egg yolk on the top, on the side, see? And then it's going to be pretty. If you keep too much egg on the top, it's going to look like a cooked egg. It's not very pretty. It's going to look weird. So we're not going to do that today. All right, done. Oven, 350 degrees, 15-20 minutes, somewhere. Not a big deal. I just don't want them to cook entirely. Boom. Now they're coming out. Feel them. Okay, feel them a little. They should be a little bit soft, not dry. They are soft. They are not completely cooked in the middle. Okay, this is how we're gonna make the biscuit. Now we're gonna slice them up. Whatever size you want, they need to be all the same, just for the look. So whatever size you decide to do, just do all of them the same. Okay? So I just cut through a very small knife. Super easy. It's a paring knife, whatever you want. Because I would not go with a big knife in my tray, just so you know. If I would cut with a big knife, that would be on my cutting board. This is a metal tray, so I'm using a cheap knife. You notice that? Maybe. Hopefully you did. Because if I see anybody with a big knife in a tray, no good. No good. And then we're going to split them up a little bit, separate them. You see what I'm doing? Separate them a little bit. Yeah. I'm talking also in the computer because I believe my microphone is on, but it's not. I'm talking in my head. And that's it. Pretty cool. Now we're going to brush them again. I'm separating them. So first of all, so they have a better chance to cook and dry on the side. And the same thing again, more egg yolk. I'm sorry, more egg wash. And that's it. I mean, really, it's going to be pretty easy. Put a bunch, brush it off. Same idea. Same idea. And back to the oven. Boom. All right. That's it. They are finito. So now, put them out. Fill on the side. If they are a little bit soft, tiny bit soft, you can leave them in the oven. No heat, just they're going to dry it naturally. You can cook them 5-10 more minutes. If you like harder one, this is up to you at this point. You can do whatever you want. It won't burn. So you can leave them at 350 another, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. I'm doing a little powdered sugar. I don't like powdered sugar personally. It looks cool. Don't put too much. Look how, look, it's a very light. And that's it. It's beautiful. Look at that. Nice. And chocolate biscottis. Yes. Very, very good. All right. All done. This is so beautiful. This is perfect. Good job, guys.